Hello Pisces, welcome to 2018 and January. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This is Gwendolyn and this is going to be a monthly Tarotscope for Pisces for January 2018. We open this month and this year with a beautiful full moon in Cancer, and along with this full moon there's a grand trine in water. So we have Neptune in Pisces, your sign, which is its home. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, so Neptune's very comfortable there in Pisces. And we also have both Jupiter and Jupiter and Mars in Scorpio, along with this full moon in Cancer. So Cancer is your 5th house, Pisces, and this is the house of true love, of romance, of creativity, of things that you give birth to, so also children. So this full moon is illuminating your house of love and true love and romance, so that's really where our spotlight is. And with all of this water energy, this grand trine in water, it gives it a really romantic, poetic, dreamy sort of feel at the opening of this year. And because it's happening right here at the beginning of the year, it kind of sets a tone for the whole year for you. So you may feel in this sort of dreamy, poetic state, and your 5th house of romance and love is lit up for you, Pisces. So that may be a big feature for you for at least this month, if not this year. And then we also have a new moon in your 11th house in Capricorn on January 16th. So new moons are times for beginning new things. And with this in your 11th house of friends, of community, of partnerships, of networking, this could be a really great time to expand your social circle or begin a marketing project, like if you wanted to connect with a wider audience, or launch something that has to do with electronics, like a blog or a website, perhaps a newsletter, anything that has to do with communicating to the outer group, or just creating new friends, making new friends, engaging in different social circles that expand you, because it's a new moon, so it's like planting a seed. And 11th house is all about humanity, those around us, friends and community. Who do you want to connect with? This is a wonderful time to begin that, Pisces. And then at the end of January, we have another full moon on January 31st. So anytime we have 2 full moons in the same month, the second one is considered a blue moon. So that's also going on as well. So I'm going to just shuffle here a little bit, and then we'll see what's coming up for Pisces for January 2018. That opening of the month is just, it feels really sort of mystical and comfortable for you, Pisces, because it's all in water. And you're a very watery sign. The moon card in the tarot is one of the Pisces cards. So I'm really getting that it's feeling really soft and feeling really dreamy and poetic, which is something that we Pisces really connect with. I'm a Pisces myself, so I'm feeling this as well. Opening of the month, Chariot. You may be traveling somewhere, Pisces. Chariot is forward motion. It's also trusting your instincts to know which way to go, left or right, to achieve the destination where you want to go and achieve success and victory and cross that finish line. I'm seeing that there is a balancing of opposites. That's also shown here in the High Priestess card. We see the 2 columns. They're a little bit on the edge on this card, but you can see the black and the white. And here's the black and the white horses. They also have that crescent moon, which represents trusting your intuition. Listening closely and trusting your gut instincts is something that both of these cards do. One of the things about Chariot is that this is about finding balance between the logical, rational mind and the wild, passionate, creative mind, perhaps irrational mind. So I often look at this as left brain and right brain. And what I see is that you are going forward by balancing two different aspects of yourself. Your mind may be saying one thing while your heart is saying another thing. Your logical, rational side may be going in one direction, and then your passionate, heart-centered side or feelings-driven side may be going in another direction. But what's great about Chariot is that Chariot harnesses both of those things. And even if they're going in different directions, he can guide them, he harnesses them and goes forward and takes it in the direction that he wants to go to, achieving his goal, achieving success and victory, because he's trusting his instincts. Even if these horses are going in opposite directions, if your head is saying one thing and your heart is saying another, the chariot leader knows how to take them both in the same direction, harness them. It's a symbol of the Greek philosopher Parmenides. He talked about this. The black horse of the instinct, the id, the passionate self, the irrational, and then the white horse of the logical, analytical, practical nature. So I'm really seeing, even if you have heart and mind maybe bucking in different directions, you can harness them and achieve victory and success by relying on both of them. It's almost like you can't really paddle a boat with one oar. You need both oars. Otherwise you would go in circles. So this is really actually a benefit to have both. And he knows how to work with both of those energies. So balance is what's going to take you forward in January. And also trusting your intuition, trusting your gut instincts. Both of that's coming up here. I'm seeing 2 energy here. Justice also weighs scales. Now I'm seeing you're going forward on something. You may be traveling at the beginning of January, Pisces. This is movement. This is success and victory and like going somewhere. You may be going on a literal journey or literal travel. Or this could just be going in the direction that you want to be going in and trusting your instincts in that. You do hit justice in reverse, which says that you may be, this is you, Pisces, Queen of Cups. You may be looking upon something that looks unjust to you. Or you may be observing something that seems unfair or seems like an injustice and just thinking about it and deliberating about it. Like where is something balanced and where is something out of balance? Because when justice is in reverse, it's saying that there's something that's going on that's unfair or untrue or unjust, or something is not balanced or fair. So I don't see it as necessarily affecting you because you're coming up here in the upright. Your emotional state is calm, but you are witnessing something being out of balance. Maybe not making good decisions. Is there some truth that you are denying at the beginning of January? Justice weighs the evidence, that's what the scales represent here, and comes to a conclusion or a verdict based upon the truth. So is there a way, Pisces, that you are either observing or drawing a conclusion that is unfair about something? It's worth thinking about. And I see you have Star here as well, which is another major arcana. The beginning of January may feel like the first half, in fact, of January may feel very potent to you because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards plus you. So the first half of January feels pretty major, feels pretty profound. I do see Star in reverse here. Now, Star usually has to do with accepting ourselves just as we are, with acknowledging our own unique place in the universe, and it's a real card of hope and renewal. So in what ways are you not accepting yourself just as you are, Pisces, at the beginning of January? In what ways are your hopes dashed? Or are you not believing in wishes coming true? In what way is there fear, doubt, or resistance to allowing in the energy of star? Because you actually have star and sun. Like the sun, moon, and stars in many ways is what's showing up here. But for some reason there's some delay, doubt, fear, or resistance to letting this in. And for some of you, this may have to do with partnership. You know, it has to do with balance. And again, it echoes in the reverse of justice here with what is out of balance that's making you feel like, you know, your sunniness, your radiance, your joy, and your hope and renewal are not available to you, or that they're in delay. What is it that you're feeling like your wish is not accessible? That your joy, your vitality, your radiance is in the shadow, or it's not on the surface. It may be there just below the surface. And I'm kind of getting that with this High Priestess, is that you have some knowing about this. She usually hangs out below the surface, listening for information and, you know, things from the etheric realm, things from the underworld. The scroll represents information and knowledge that sits on her lap that she just knows from getting quiet, from finding that balance and finding that peace. I'm seeing that for whatever it is that mentally may not be reconcilable, you have a gut instinct and an inner knowing that brings you peace and victory with this, Pisces. So if your mind may be a little bit in turmoil, I'm seeing a lot of swords cards here that are in reverse, you know, Justice, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Page of Swords. It's saying that your mind may be not your best ally this month, but that your gut instinct, your intuition is actually what's going to serve you the most. And there's a lot of powerful stuff here in January. You know, you're showing up just as who you are in your strength. And you're headed in the direction that you want to go in. But is there any doubt, Pisces, about not having your wishes come true? Not feeling as joyful and radiant as you possibly... For some reason, I get for you that instead of like 100% joy and radiance and all the positive aspects that come with the sun, that's in 70 or 80% because it's in reverse. It's like upright, it's like there's not a cloud in the sky. And in reverse, it's like there's a little bit of overcast, maybe 1 or 2 clouds in the sky. Like things aren't quite as full. It's still a very positive, wonderful, radiant card. So I still see this as like a wonderful thing for you, even through mid-month. But I'm getting more moon energy here. And with your intuition, tapping into that's what's going to allow you to feel balanced. Because there's something about your wishes being fulfilled, but not to the full degree that you had hoped for, or that it's just in delay a little bit. There's a little bit of fear, doubt, or resistance that needs to be cleared away for these to become upright. And this is your wishes being fulfilled. This is having hope. This is feeling renewed, and feeling totally accepting of yourself just as you are. And then sun has to do with radiating, you know, feeling vital, feeling positive and optimistic and full of joy and full of light, feeling like happy and just giddy. So you may want to just reflect upon what is it that's making you feel like something's out of balance, or that something's in delay, or that it's here but you can't have it. Worth thinking about. I also get that that's what you may be tangling about here mid-month. Nine of Swords in reverse. You know, this could also be, this is usually an overabundance of swords energy, which is overthinking. You know, creating problems where there are none, or creating 9 thoughts where there's really only 3 things to be thought over. So this could be coming out of an anxiety. Actually, Nine of Swords in reverse is kind of nice, because if you had been overthinking something, getting quiet about it, maybe going into a meditative state, helps bring you out of your mind and helps bring you out of that overthinking, splitting hairs, mind going in circles kind of energy. And I actually see that you may be receiving some help in support of your dreams here, Pisces. This could be right around this new moon on the 16th. I show that Two of Wands shows that there's two people involved. And this is generally you, Pisces, holding this pearl here. And the pearl represents the gift of what you want, your goal. And there's another person here who is in a supportive role. They're helping you. They are supporting your vision and supporting you in that mountain that you want to climb. So it's really your not your challenge, but your task to receive the help. You know, both High Priestess and Two of Wands is two energy. This card is sometimes called making fire. So it's sort of like making, and this is two energy as well with the sun. So there's two, two, and two. But you have to get out of your head, Pisces. This is really what's not going to serve you. You have to trust your instincts on this. Taking action and trusting your instincts is really what serves you this month, not overthinking things. Because things can really go out of whack if you are, you know, splitting hairs in your mind too much, creating thoughts and problems where there are none. That just binds you up and creates tension and anxiety. She knows how to let go. And High Priestess is someone who knows how to listen and get quiet. So I'm going to say for the middle of the month, get out of your head. Trust your instincts, trust your gut, receive help. Receive this sort of partnership energy of taking you where you want to go. And then this comes into focus. You know, the sun is radiant. The sun is about joy and fulfillment and integration of the self. And it's, you know, potentially partnership as well, Pisces. So allow that in. You may just have to get quiet and get out of your head. I'm actually seeing this as like a meditative moment here in the middle of the month. You may need to meditate and just let all the thoughts dissipate. Let all the thoughts go and focus on what your goal is. Focus on where you want to go and receiving help towards that. Towards the end of the month, this is interesting. Page of Swords in reverse and Ten of Swords in reverse. I'm seeing that you may not be standing up for what you believe in, Pisces. Page of Swords is a young person who has strong convictions and is very blunt with what they say. They just speak the truth. You know how kids can sometimes say things, just blurt them out? That's very Page of Swords energy. So with that in reverse, it's saying you're not actually saying what you're thinking, potentially. You may be couching your words. You may be trying to soften that blade. You may be hesitant to say what's on your mind. And there is some sort of cycle that's ending. This may feel, usually Ten of Swords has to do with negative thinking. Beliefs that don't serve us, beliefs that drain us. So with this in reverse, though, I'm seeing that you're recovering from letting go of something. You know, after Nine of Swords, then comes Ten of Swords. And with both of them in reverse, it's either an unwillingness to let go of old thoughts that no longer serve you, or it may be that there's a completion of a cycle that you're not accepting. And with both of these, and World in reverse as well, because World in reverse has to do with completions and cycles, there's something about let go or be dragged that's going on here in January. You have to let this, whatever these thoughts are, these negative thoughts that aren't serving you, old way of thinking, you have to let it go. Because otherwise it's holding you back. You're actually headed here for some sort of graduation, completing a cycle. And this is Ten of Cups, the most amount of happiness on a card. You know, it's filling your cup. It's the end of the rainbow. It's reward. You're blocking yourself from receiving these things, Pisces, if you don't let this go. If you don't speak your truth and let go of the old negative thinking, you know, this wants to come in for you at the end of the month. This is victory. Remember, this is the wreath of laurels that Chariot achieves by being the victor in the race. But if you're allowing this negative thinking, these thoughts that don't serve you to creep in, all of this drains away. And you don't actually come through this portal. You don't graduate through this level of being supported by everything and all corners of the universe and feeling free and empowered, because the negative thinking may hold you back. You may end up here. You have to let go or be dragged. This is, if you stay with this 9 of Swords or 10 of Swords, then you may remain here. It may feel like a cold night. But another thing that I always say when I see this card is it's always darkest before the dawn. If you're able to let go of this, look at what's available to you. The whole world. This card is also, you've got the world in your hands. This card and this card. I mean, this is really good stuff, Pisces. But you have to eliminate any of this faulty thinking in order to allow this in. So really, this month, what I'm really seeing, Pisces, is you have to trust your instincts and trust your gut. Your mind is not... Your mind, you know, there's a saying that says, the mind is a wonderful servant and a horrible master. So this month, that really applies. Don't get in your own head too much, Pisces. Go with your instincts. Go with where your emotions lead you, where your intuition is guiding you, because looking at things from a mental point of view, you may be seeing injustice, you may have worry, anxiety, negative thoughts or beliefs that don't serve you. So let go of that. That'll bring you a lot of peace, and that will allow all this good stuff to come flowing in that's wanting to come to you, Pisces. So that's your reading for January. I hope you enjoyed it, Pisces. Looks like there's a lot of good stuff. Just get quiet and listen in. Trust your instincts this month. That's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Pisces who you think might enjoy it. If you'd like to book a reading with me, feel free to do so. I have my email below. And as always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful January and a wonderful 2018. Yours in the stars.